Ever have a client ask, why is it taking so long for my home to sell? I'm Craig Wilburn, a sales associate with Bosshart Realty in Gainesville and leader of Team Dynamo, a 9-person real estate team. Let's take 5 minutes to talk about speed selling. Based on my personal research, I've developed 3 distinct things buyers take into account when determining the value of a home. And guess what? It's not what you think. By gauging buyer behavior, you'll know how to market and price homes to sell for premium value in a reasonable time period. Like most sales associates, when I get a call from a seller, I ask a lot of questions. The most important question is, what is your time frame for selling? Right off the bat, you need to determine if they are serious or just testing the market. Of course, I let them know that with values still off, now is not the time to test the market. In addition, if you have a house on the market for a long period of time, the perception of value will go down. I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, when a seller asked me why their home wasn't getting any offers, I really didn't have the answers. My CMA said the houses were priced right. Even now, when working with buyers, one of the first questions I'm asked is, how long has the house been on the market? So, I started watching buyer behavior. I noticed that buyers didn't care what my CMA said. In fact, I narrowed it down to 3 things that determine how much a buyer was willing to pay for the home. The first is location. Where is the house? Is it where the buyer wants to be? I once interviewed a seller who, when describing her home, made it sound like it would be an easy sale at a premium price. Then she told me where she lived. She had the most over-improved house in the neighborhood. When buyers can find a comparable house in a nicer, higher-end neighborhood, they'll certainly buy the house in the better neighborhood. So, this seller's home needs to be priced lower than a comparable one in a nicer neighborhood. How much lower? That answer comes from your research and your experience. You have to be educated in order to communicate just how to price the house if the sellers have a location disadvantage. The second buyer behavior I've noticed is what I call the HGTV effect. How does the house look cosmetically? Is it aesthetically pleasing? Is the space utilized well? The price per square foot is irrelevant because that's a measure of the home's value on a macro level. However, buyers value real estate on a micro level. Does the house have a good flow? Where's the kitchen located? How big is the master bedroom? What improvements have been added? Are there upgrades such as stainless steel appliances, plantation shutters, hardwood or tile floors, maybe granite countertops? It's not about how much square feet the home has. Many buyers are looking at how the space is used. They're looking for the upgrades and cosmetic features they see on HGTV. The third buyer behavior I found in my research is competition. What else is for sale right now? That has a huge impact on the perception of value at that moment in time. During the boom, we had inventory, but demand was consuming our inventory so quickly that people were willing to pay far more for a home than it was worth from a statistical standpoint. The truth is, buying a home is based as much on emotions as it is on logic. Buyers make a value decision based on a feeling and the likelihood that they'll find another home quickly that matches what they want. It's not always a cost decision. It's a general feeling, depending on what other homes like the one they want are selling for at that moment in time. By knowing what else is on the market, you can better determine the value of your listing. You have to know your competition. When a home is drowned in competition, the value is coming down. Once I'm able to communicate these 3 buyer behaviors to my seller, he or she is more willing to set a realistic price. 90% of the battle is already won. I'm able to take out the here's what I want to sell it for conversation, and we work together as a team to set a price. Everything is about perception of value at that moment in time, and it changes based on location, cosmetics, and competition. Sure, you can put together a CMA in less than 10 minutes. To do it my way takes about an hour and a half, but when I get the numbers right, I sell the houses faster and for more money. And who doesn't love that?